Churps from the Nest, special edition from Burning Man out in Black Rock City, Nevada. And there's strange things that happen out here. Some good, some not so good, some really, really pleasant. And this happened to be one of the pleasant ones. Just down the road from my camp, I come rolling down and I find Vines Without Borders. And I find Brian here.
Yeah, Robin, nice to meet you.
Robin. Robin here, and he took me on a little tour. And we're going to take you on a tour right now. So if you'd like to take us in and show us your camp. And
yes.
Then
so maybe if I could say a few words about it. So this camp has been going for about 10, 11 years now. It was founded on the basis of wine for to introduce people here in the Burn to wine if they don't know something about it, and to do it in like a non-pretentious kind of way that is accessible. And we do the wine one-on-ones, which one of you came to that.
Absolutely.
So if I can just walk you through, obviously this is our design for this year, and we've kind of upgraded a few things this year. And if we just walk around to the
Follow
outside.
us.
So this year we've got our list of events here. Maybe move that out of the way. Yeah, so we've got our list of events from this year. You can see we do a couple of the one-on-ones. This one is mostly attended by either our camp mates or some of our neighboring camps, like here with IPOW guys and Neon Turtles. Last year we brought in the sake, which is really, really popular actually. So that's a rice wine. You know, it doesn't have to be made from grapes. And we did a decent-sized tasting on Tuesday as well. We went through 3 or 4 different kinds of sparkling wine, one of which is champagne. We did, I think, 3 bottles of white, 2 bottles of rosé, and about 5 or 6 bottles of red, moving, you know, from the lighter reds to the darker reds. Same with the whites, lighter whites to the darker whites. And yeah, we obviously then we have, being in the U.S., people want to taste French wine, so we have a France Day really, which starts with champagne and donuts, and the Moulin Rouge party, which is our formal event where you can wear your tuxedo or your dinner jacket, whatever. And then this year we did a new one, which was midnight port and poetry, and we tasted. Actually, it was a range of sweet wines, so Sauterne, some Muscatello de Pantelleria. What else did we have? We had Madeira, and then a whole bunch of ports. Thursday was Italy Day, of course, very popular in the U.S. Italian wines. And we have Wine Spa, which is going to start in a couple of hours here, depending on how the weather goes, right?
Wine Spa, but explain that one to me. Wine
Well,
Spa.
that's basically it's just you can come by and get a nice face mask and have a chilled wine, and he's going to have some nice fresh water for people. So it's as we all know, you're getting a bit tired of the dust.
That sounds
Right?
sounds amazing. Let's go on inside.
Yeah, I'll take you inside. So in the camp here, we've got the setup with just the bar on the left and a kind of lounge area. We moved a bunch of our furniture away because of the rain that was forecast for the other day. So the bar's a little bit empty. It's all in the container at the moment. And then if you come on inside, we'll just come around to the bar here. So this is the bar area. This will open in a few hours. I think it's like 12:30 or something now. It's open 3 to 6, and then again 6 to 9 and 9 to 12. As I said, today it's like Wine Spa. Basically, as we come towards the end of the week, it becomes kind of a random jumble of wines, and we try and serve a bit of everything. So any questions?
Yeah, actually, with the Wines Without Borders is something that caught me immediately because there's a Burners Without Borders, so I don't know if it's a play on that. However, the fact that you introduce to this community wines from different regions, not just California wines, you know, or areas in the West Coast, Washington, wines from all over the world, like the one we're drinking right now from Greece.
Yeah, it's quite nice, that, isn't it? We were lucky this year, so we had about 80 cases, but we had a purchase of 44 cases that we could, like myself and Lisa, could control exactly what we bought, more or less. So we decided on this. This also came with that 44 case, and then the rest of it gets delivered, you know, by the actual burner. So we have some pretty nice stuff here. we have something like this at Council. You can't buy this at all in any shops. It's actually just donated directly to the camp. It's one of the founders of Yahoo, and they have a very nice vineyard where they make every year a Pinot Noir, and they make one wooded and one unwooded, and they're called the Council and the Anti-Council, as I talked about in the wine tasting. And it's really a pinnacle, but this is California wine.
Absolutely.
And so we place that, and juxtapose that against like the at the moment Italian and a Greek wine that we have. So yeah, and we worked through. We had a South Africa day. One of our campers is from Africa Burn, kind of senior in the organization of it. So this is his first real Burning Man. And he wanted to really showcase some pretty nice South African wine, so he brought a couple of cases of very nice stuff. And so we decided we'd have a South Africa / sort of New World Day, because it's a bit difficult to get a full range here. Especially, we try to keep all the prices under $30, so that the full range of burners who come, like this is not a billionaire burner camp.
Yeah.
So but like the young kids who came from next door, they don't know very much about wine. They can go back, and it's not pushing their budget too much to buy something that was maybe $20.
So let me just interject something there. At the Greatness, this is the wine bar where we're doing the podcast for. She has that exact same thing. Bring the wine to the community from outside the area. Wine, and educate them on wine that they may not have had, and try to keep it down underneath the $30 range to where that they can afford it, and then teaches them to explore more and open up their horizons as far as wine goes.
Yeah, and look, I mean, I think we tried to keep it like untechnical in the one-on-ones. I think they went really well. Like, people like them a lot. I'm not a professional. I have no qualifications whatsoever in wine, other than that I've been to a lot of different places, tasted a lot of wine, and so I try to keep it simple for people. Like it was a really good example with those two young kids from next door. They're in like third year university, whatever, just turned the drinking age in this rather annoying country. But they want to learn a bit about it, so we teach them. First, we teach them how to open the bottle. The second thing we teach them to do is to look at the wine and see what it looks like, and then smell it, see what they smell, and then taste it, and then describe what they describe. There's no really kind of wrong or right, and I don't think we had one or two maybe slightly off bottles, but generally you don't get very many off bottles, and it's pretty obvious if it's off. It tastes, it smells basementy and corky and not very nice. It's just like, how do you know if milk is off? You just know, right?
Absolutely. Hey, well, I want to thank you for what you do for this Burning Man community by bringing a little bit of education about wine to it, and bringing a variety of wine to it, because it's not something you see on every corner as you go down in this sea of 80,000 people. Somewhere you could find a beautiful bottle of wine and learn a little bit about it at the same time. Now, you did some food as well, right?
Yeah, well, we try to keep it simple on the food because of the health and safety food permit, all that kind of stuff. So we just did jamón ibérico, really, and then we did the donuts with the champagne. But the jamón ibérico was really, that goes so nicely. I think all the Rioja is gone. There might be some in the container, but people really like that Rioja, and it went extremely well with the ham, and we just sliced it directly off one of those full hocks. And again, like, we try to keep it reasonable. That's $200 for the whole hock of ham, and it must have served, I don't know, a couple hundred people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, one of the 10 principles about Burning Man is called gifting. And if you don't mind, I'd like to gift you this for your champagne tasting tonight, our sparkling wine, along with a little more playa dust in a bottle.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's really cool.
We made these at camp. Anyway, this is a Pine Ridge Chenin Blanc Viognier blend, sparkling, and that's for you.
Oh, Chenin Blanc, very nice. Viognier. Excellent.
Thank you for the tour.
And that's for me?
Yeah, those are for you. There's two of them there. You can give one to somebody else special here.
When Jane comes back, she can have the other one.
There you go. All right, that's this edition from Grapes from the Nest. So from Wines Without Border, bring it in here.
Thank you very much. Awesome.